Hey guys, how's it going? Isabella here from Aquarium Services, and today I will give you my best trick to fix any noisy filter that has a motor, such as canister filters, power head filters, and hang-on back filters. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you this one easy trick how to fix the big noise problems you're having. So this filter is making a little bit of a rumble. It's not an old filter, but it does make noise. I'll let you listen a little bit what it's making. So this is the original noise that this power head filter is making. Make sure that nothing actually is broken with your filter and nothing is misaligned, because this trick will only fix the motor noise, wear and tear, and little things like that. So 3 simple little things you'll need is a pair of scissors, some silicone lubricant, and a small piece of regular air tubing, regular size really. So this is the motor head, and basically just clean it up, dry it up, and we're going to take it apart. Okay, so this is a power head filter. You just remove that cap, and let's clean up all these pieces so we have a clean surface to work with. Firstly, take it apart so you know what components are part of your filter. So this is the cap of the power head filter. Inside you have the turbine, and the rest is the motor. The big part is the motor. So I'm going to take it to clean. Now you have your 3 main pieces. With the turbine, you have actually 2 little pieces on either end, which are like little rubber pieces that hold the impeller shaft inside of the turbine. So you just take them off, you clean off the shaft, make sure it's nice and clean because we're going to have to apply the silicone lubricant on it. And also clean the impeller, clean every little bit, just so we have a good surface to work with. And also inside of the motor. There you go. So let's get back to business. This is your turbine, this is your cap that also has a little hole for these rubber pieces. So don't forget that rubber piece originally goes in there. So we're going to apply a little bit of silicone lube inside the hole of the turbine, inside and outside. This is just to make the impeller shaft slide better inside of it, because it technically turns around it the entire time when it's making the motion. I know what it looks like, but just bear with me. I make sure that it really works well. Now I'm just putting back these caps on the tips so we can estimate the size of the air tubing that we'll need to put around the extra. I'll explain why. When your turbine is turning, it actually rubs against the motor. So we're gonna have to lift it a little bit off so it does not rub against it anymore. So we're gonna basically replace these blank spaces with the air tubing. Now I'm just gonna remove these caps again, now that I know approximately the size of the air tubing to cut. And now onto the air tubing. So I estimate about 3 to 4 millimeters. And we do it twice because we're gonna have to lift it out a little bit off the bottom and make sure it doesn't overspin on the top. So this is about how big they have to be. And that will depend on the size of your motor, your impeller shaft. It's all circumstantial to the filter you're working with, but it has to basically fill in completely or nearly completely the blank spaces between the rubbers at each end and the impeller shaft between the impeller. And that's it, just like that. Make sure to spin it inside your hand to make sure that it does still spin, because if it doesn't spin, then your motor will not function at all. And at the bottom of the motor, there is actually a space to insert that little rubber piece. So make sure to line it up and to press it in. There you go. See? And that also has a little hole. You insert the opposite piece and close it up. Oh, wait, 1 second. We forgot to apply the silicone lube around the O-ring right here. It's circumstantial to this filter, but if you do have O-rings to prevent them from getting old, I always, like every month about when I maintain my filters, I always add some silicone lube on the clean rubbers. There you go. Nice and fit. Now I will try to, don't actually do this for a very long time. Only a couple of seconds. I will plug it in to make sure the turbine is spinning. Okay, make sure this is nice and dry. No water on it, so you don't electrocute yourself. And I'll plug it in and listen if it makes a nice, clean, airy noise. If it spins, if it's airy and it doesn't go, you're good to go. Let's test it in the water now. The first few minutes, clearly it will make some noise because it will remove all the air from inside the motor. It can last up to 5 minutes. As long as you don't hear any crunchy noise or the motor not spinning. If it's not spinning, that means you put too much air tubing and it's just preventing the turbine from spinning. The real results, if you're hearing normal airy noises, will really happen after about an hour because the turbine, as it's spinning, it's actually molding these air tubings around those blank spaces. And it will become a lot more quieter as noticed in this video. I'll let you listen a little bit so you notice that maybe a slight difference. It wasn't much of a noisy filter to begin with. And so, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, write them below. If you have any more tips and tricks, don't be shy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!